up, Beast People? Titos here, and welcome back to another week of the Pokemon Premier League. So this week we're gonna go against the Trojan Horsey, Troy, which is his Wycombee Wanderers, and his team is the bulkiest team of the league. His team is really bulky, even though he has been switching a little bit his members for more offensive power, but it's still really bulky, his team. So it's gonna be a tough match this week, and make sure to check him out. He's a really cool dude. And yeah, let's go into the team breakdown. I'm gonna explain you guys what I'm gonna bring for this battle. So basically for this battle, I'm gonna bring a new member, which you guys still don't know because the last transfer window, if you guys follow the Premier League account on Twitter, that's where we update about all this stuff when it happens. I dropped Ambipom, if I'm not mistaken, and I got Virizion. So Virizion is the new member of our team, and I'm gonna bring Virizion, as you guys can probably already see on the screen, because again, I'm not making the whole layouts for team breakdown because it's a lot of work, to be honest. It takes a lot of time, and I just can't. So a lot of stuff to do, and preparing the future series and all that, but yeah, that's not the point. We got Virizion, that's the first Pokemon, as you guys can see, and that Virizion, it's gonna have Taunt, Calm Mind, Giga Drain, and Hidden Power Fire, and it's gonna be max special attack, max speed, justified, timid, with Absorb Bulb. It's gonna hold Absorb Bulb. Why? Because this is the perfect counter for Suicune. If I can switch in on a Scald, Absorb Bulb, bam, boost, and Giga Drain is gonna destroy that thing with a 2-hit KO at least, and we're gonna recover all the HP. Calm Mind to set up more in case we want to go Savage and we have the opportunity. Taunt to prevent that Suicune to stat up on us and any other Pokemon maybe. And Hidden Power Fire, so it can hit, if I'm not mistaken, it's Skarmory on a switch in, maybe if it decides to switch in Skarmory, or even is Weavile, it could switch in, even though I don't think it would do that because special attack is too strong against Weavile, and yeah, that could be a thing. So basically I just have Hidden Power Fire in case Rotom-Mow, that could be another option you could switch in. So yeah, those two at least, and yeah, basically just for a little bit of coverage. That's the Virizion. Then of course, a second Pokemon, I have Victini YOLO V, it's gonna be back as always. V-Create, Bolt Strike, Zen Headbutt, U-Turn, Physical Attacker, Max Attack, Max Speed, Jolly, and holding the Muscle Band. Now of course it's gonna be Muscle Band because I don't want to be choiced against this team because this team is bulk, and I can't really one-shot anything with the Choice Band, so Muscle Band is gonna do still good effect for the moves or damage that we want to, and we're not gonna be choiced into a move, and I'm gonna be able to attack and U-turn anytime if I can outspeed and all that, so it's gonna provide us more, more choices on each turn to be able to switch in and attack and everything, so I thought it was the best choice. Now, as a third Pokemon, we have Broly the Conkeldurr. It's gonna have Drain Punch, Knockoff, Ice Punch, and Mach Punch with Guts, Assault Vest, and it's gonna be 160 HP, max attack, 84 defense, and 12 special defense. Yes, it has a little bit more on this physical side, so I can take some more hits, even though this thing, of course, it's not a perfect wall. It's just there to take some hits and to destroy lives if you can. Now, of course, Drain Punch because recovery and stab, Knockoff because it can get rid of items and hit stuff good, like Knockoff just does overall good damage, especially to that Golurk because Golurk is a ghost type, and of course the fighting type moves are not gonna work on it if he brings Golurk, so that's a thing. Then you have Xatu, which is gonna be really good to use Knockoff onto. And then we can get rid of items from Mew, for example. Mew, if we can land, wow, I can't talk today. If we can land a knockoff on Mew, that's gonna help a lot too, and everything. So there's a lot of good Pokemons that we could knock off. Then he has Mach Punch for priority, in case we need priority for either cheap damage or just to finish off something, who knows. That could be useful. An Ice Punch, so you can hit again Golurk, Rotom-Mow, Xatu, Still a little bit Skarmory. I mean, it's a steel type, of course, I know that, and it's not gonna be the best, but I mean, it's something we could, I don't know, freeze is a thing, so who knows. But the most important thing, it hits 3 Pokemons on his team, which is Golurk, Rotom-Mow, and Xatu, so that's a thing. And then as a 4th Pokemon, as always, I have 360 No Scope, the Blastoise. It's gonna be back, basically the same moveset: Scald, Ice Beam, Dragon Tail, Rapid Spin, Max HP, Max Defense. I can't really do a whole lot with him for these battles, because, and how our team works, like, if our team was a little bit different, maybe I could do more stuff with him, but I can't really do a whole lot, so it's already really predictable, and I have to bring him, because Rapid Spin. And it's gonna hold the lefties, and again, just there to phase out, do damage with Scald and Ice Beam, and maybe get some hacks going on there, and Rapid Spin any hazards on the field. So that's Blastoise's objective on every single battle. So yeah, there isn't really anything different about him. Then you have Duckmon, the Porygon 2. Of course, this one is gonna be a little bit different, because it's just gonna be max HP, 240 special attack, and 8 on defense and special defense, because why not? And it's gonna hold the Violite, of course, to make him bulky, but it's gonna be mostly special attack and HP, with Analytic, and with 1 IV on speed, I think. Yes, so we can like not outspeed anything, because Analytic boosts if you move last, so that's gonna be a really good thing to use. It's gonna have Tri-Attack because Stab, Ice Beam because it can hit a lot of things again, like Golurk, Rotom-Mow, Xatu, and it can do good damage to other stuff like Skarmory maybe. It can hit everything apart from Entei, Suicune, and maybe I would say Weavile, so yeah, it can do something. Then you have Psychic, because Psychic is gonna be needed for Weezing, in case he brings Weezing, because Weezing is really bulky, and that's gonna be needed. Hitmontop, it's weak to Psychic too. Then we have, what else do we have that can hit Psychic? Not really anything else that we can hit on his team. So yeah, Psychic is just for those two mostly, and Recover, so we can recover back. Then as last Pokemon we have Toki, the Tornadus, with Wise Glasses, because again, I don't want to be choiced into anything, and he's gonna do basically the same. Like, he's not gonna have a big difference of saying he can one-shot or 2-hit KO. No, he's just gonna do the same. So if he kills, he kills with both items. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. So yeah, didn't really matter, so I decided to not be choiced. And Tornadus is basically there to do a lot of damage, and it's gonna outspeed pretty much a whole lot of his team, not Weavile. Weavile is a problem. Now, of course, you could say, oh, maybe why don't you go Choice Scarf? Well, because with the luck I have, even if I'm gonna be Choice Scarfed, I'm gonna be Choice Scarfed into something else. Even the worst case scenario would be Choice Scarfed into Psychic, which I have on this Tornadus. And it would bring the Weavile and I would be screwed either way, so yeah, that's not really the best. So I just hope I can take on that Weavile, to be honest. With anything else that I have Conkeldurr, I have Victini, so I hope I can do something, and even Duckmon, so yeah. And he has Psychic, as I said, Heat Wave, Hurricane, and U-Turn. So yeah, that's my team for this match. And I gotta be honest, when I went to the match I was really calm, and I'm not really worrying too much about it. I kind of forgot in the middle of the league that this is mostly for fun. We're all friends and it's for fun, and I'm like, I need to chill maybe a little bit, and yeah. So basically, I just went to the battle really calm and didn't really think a whole lot, and yeah, so let's get this battle started. And I'm trying to open the video for myself so I can commentate for you guys, yeah, because that's the thing, because you didn't know. Okay, the battle starts, Troy's issuing a challenge, and of course I sent out Toki because I can outspeed, and I could just U-turn or attack depending on the situation. And here it starts with Mew. Of course, I kinda knew, it's not that I kinda knew, I suspected it would bring T-Wave and Knockoff, because those two moves are just really annoying for my team. And he actually did. He started off with knockoff. I wasn't really worried. It took off my wise glasses. Of course, that's like extra damage I would have during the battle, but didn't really matter. That's why I decided to stay and just go for a hurricane. But since it wasn't really enough, I went for the U-turn, which now, to be honest, I see it, and it's not really the best move I should have done, because I didn't have a switch in for this thing, and basically I screwed up by sending out my Victini, because if he had gone for knockoff again, then Victini would have been screwed. But either way, he went for the T-Wave, of course, which I feared, and screwed me up again. So yeah, here I got the opportunity to set up rocks on my side, so basically I was on a really bad position right at this time of the battle. So I just decided to go for a U-turn, because I wanted to get the hell out of there. And I decided, let me U-turn and actually switch into my Blastoise. And here I thought he may think I'm gonna go for a Rapid Spin and maybe switch into something. And I thought, let me just go for a Scald, because if I get a burn on something, and I didn't think, this was really stupid because I was really predicting, I didn't think of Rotom-Mow. If I had gone for Ice Beam, it would have been amazing. But no, I went for Scald. So yeah, that happened, and I wasn't able to do a whole lot of damage, even though that was a crit, but that wasn't a whole lot, of course, because he can take water type moves. And basically I was playing poorly at the start. Again, like, I just don't understand. I really need to get used to competitive, that's the thing. I still need to get used to it and practice more. So eventually with time I'll get better. I mean, since I started the league, I'm better, I guess. I just mess up on certain parts and I do certain stuff on battles that screws me up. But that was a bad start. And here we have Conkeldurr, and I thought I'm gonna stay because I might get a burn. But I don't know if his anti was banded, because that thing destroyed me. So yeah, I thought I would be able to take the hit. I wasn't calking or anything. That's another mistake I was doing. I was just going with the flow on this battle, basically. I didn't think a whole lot, and I didn't calc a whole lot, so basically it's really my fault. But I'm just doing that because it's basically the end of the league, almost. There's 2 weeks more, and I'm just trying to improve by myself without worrying too much or pressuring myself too much. Because, as you guys already know, I'm last on the league, and I mean, by this point, I'm not gonna get anywhere, so might as well just try and practice on these battles by not doing calcs and everything, so I can practice, and yeah. So basically here, again, we have the same situation, and here I just didn't know what to do because I didn't want to switch in anything against this thing because I knew Leaf Storm was a thing. So I just decided to sack off the Blastoise, even though the rocks were still on the field, which is really bad. But my team was actually still able to hold off with the rocks on the field even, so that was still good. And here I have Porygon, and he used his trick to get rid of my Violet, which was really good. But I got an Expert Belt, so that basically my Ice Beam just destroyed the Rotom, like, just destroyed it. So yeah, Expert Belt on top of everything I had to boost my special attack. That just destroyed the Rotom-Mow, so yeah. That was one out, and here at on top, of course, big threat for my Porygon, because I was not gonna outspeed, even though I stayed. I went for the Psychic just in case, but he went for the Fake Out, and I'm like, nope. At this range, if he goes for close combat or something crazy like that, then I'm out. So I might as well switch, and I switched into YOLO V, because it's a Psychic type, and I would be able to take the close combat. And here you guys will see, he can take the close combat perfectly. And here I thought, I can go easily for a Bolt Strike, because there's no Rotom-Mow there. So I might as well just go ahead and go for a Bolt Strike. And he actually switched into Suicune, which was really good. I got a Bolt Strike on the Suicune, and luckily I didn't get Para Hacks, that's another thing, so that was good. And I hit the Bolt Strike on Suicune, and that did a butt ton to that Suicune. Oh my lord, that did a lot. So that was really good damage. And here, of course, I didn't really have, again, I mean, I had to switch in. I could have switched into Virizion now that I'm looking at this and thinking. Like, this was really stupid for my part. I don't know what I thought here. I'm so stupid. Yup, I could have switched into Virizion and done the Absorb Bulb strategy. I don't know why I did that. So basically, after that, I switched into Duckmon because I was like, okay, he's gonna probably go for Ice Beams now because he knows of Virizion. So basically, I tried to make him go for a Scald on Porygon. That's why I went for Porygon first, and then I double switched into Virizion, hoping he would not go for the Ice Beam, but he completely got me off guard and used Toxic, and I was like, what? Why Toxic? I was so confused at this moment of the battle, like legit, I didn't know what he was going for. So basically I just went ahead and went for the Giga Drain. I was like, nope, I'm going for the Giga Drain, and that wasn't enough to kill. And by this turn, I was honest, I felt safe against this Suicune. Even though he went for the Tailwind, I didn't even care, to be honest. On this moment, I saw the Tailwind and I was just like, oh, okay. And I didn't even think about it, and unconsciously I got rid of the Tailwind before he could do anything, and I wasn't even worried. But here I felt safe, because then he used Hidden Power, which wasn't very effective, so I felt safe, and I just went for a Calm Mind, and basically started setting up a little bit on him, and hoping that he would go for a Scald at least once, so I could get the Absorb Bulb at least. Even though the Toxic was there, which was not good because my time was limited. So basically here, I just thought, I can't set up a whole lot, so let me just go for a Giga Drain. And when I do that, he actually goes for the Scald, which was good, because we got the boost here, as you guys can see, Absorb Bulb, resisting special attack, and then you just go for a Giga Drain, which is gonna finish him off. And we're kinda good with the Virizion, because he was at +2 special attack, +1 special defense, which was really good. But of course, his team is really bulky, and he has a lot of switch-ins to Virizion. Yoruichi, that's the name, from Bleach, in case you didn't know. That's a character on Bleach. And basically here, of course, he goes for the Entei, and I really didn't have a switch-in for a Entei anymore, so I just decided to stay and let Yoruichi died. And yeah, that's basically Yoruichi there. There's no more to it. So after that, Tailwind petered out, which was good. And again, as I said before, I didn't even notice, like I completely forgot about the Tailwind, so yeah. And here I just go for Toki Toki and go for the U-turn to get some cheap damage on him, because I knew I could outspeed him. And I went for the U-turn, and then I switched out into my Duckmon, because overall Duckmon would be bulkier than Tornadus. And I thought, well, I might as well just try and Duckmon, but of course it wasn't enough, like, Eviolite was out, so basically I died. But it got some recoil damage on Entei, so by this range, Toki Toki came in, and with Hurricane, I'm gonna be able to finish off this Entei. And of course, Toki Toki is my last Pokemon, so you guys can kinda already see, but I mean, I tried, because yeah, by this point, the only thing that could stop Tornadus is Weavile. And here is when it happened, is I wasn't able to outspeed. If I was able to outspeed by any, like, I don't know, imagine it didn't speed invest his Weavile or whatever, I don't know, something crazy. Just imagine, if I would have outsped, Weavile would have been dead because Heat Wave, and then he only had left his Hitmontop, which I could OHKO with Hurricane, if I didn't miss, and that would be game. So that was really close match, to be honest. It was down to the Weavile being there, and yeah, that kind of screwed me up, because I should have maybe tried to prepare something else for Weavile, even though it was really hard, because legit, Weavile outsped everything, and as a choice band, Ice Sponge, oh my lord, that thing does so much, it's crazy. So Weavile was really a threat for my team, and that made him win, so that made sense, and it was really good from him, really good match, to be honest. It wasn't a bad battle. I made some mistakes at the start, but I could have done better, but as always, we can always do better, so yeah. And that was a really good match, so hope you guys have enjoyed, and yeah, I mean, even though I'm losing, I'm learning, so you guys make sure to comment down below maybe any strategy I could have done for the Weavile, what do you think of the battle, anything as always. So hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you have enjoyed, Please make sure to fire punch like button down below because support is really appreciated. Make sure to follow the Premier League account on Twitter to follow all the news about these last 2 weeks of the first season because it's about to end. 2 more weeks and it's done. And 2 more weeks, so that's gonna be it. 2 more battles, and we'll see how we're gonna do on the next battles. Hopefully better. I hope I can still get a win, maybe. Who knows? Could happen. I doubt, but whatever. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. So, stay beast. See ya!